Hello everyone. So today we are going to see the basic Nmap scan. So as you know, for performing the scan we required a target. So over here I am taking my Windows Server 2016 as the target. So let's check its IP. For that we need to perform the scan. So over here if you are able to see, we got the target Windows Server and we got its IP address as well. Now over here what we are going to do, we are going to check for the basic scans, that is TCP Steelhead scan and the TCP SYN scan. That is TCP Steelhead scan, which is also called as the SYN scan. Now SYN scan is nothing but a synchronization scan only. Now we know that for performing a basic or the regular ping scan, what we can do, we can simply type Nmap and the respective target address. Okay, so this is my target address of Windows Server. So over here what it's going to do, it's going to give me the all the open ports available of the target. So as you can see, I got all the ports available on this target. Okay, but by default when you are trying for the ping scan, it will only give you the TCP scan only. Okay, and in this case you are getting acknowledgement by the target as well. So there are two different types of TCP scanning. The one where three-way handshake gets complete by getting acknowledged. Okay, so that full TCP connection is known as Nmap hyphen ST. So this is the flag we use for the full TCP connection over the target. So in this, the three-way handshake is going to be successfully complete and acknowledged. So you can see we got the same output as earlier, but it's also completing the three-way handshake. Now, what if I want to scan this particular stuff, but I don't want to get recognized by the network? So instead of completing the full scan in the steelhead scan, that is a flag having hyphen ss, also called as synchronization scan, what we are going to do, we are going to simply target the organization. Now in this what happens, actually the very first request from the sender gets to the uh, server and the synchronization completed. Now we get the packet synchronization plus acknowledgement. Okay, so over here the two steps has been completed, but the final step where the acknowledgement should be delivered, which has been done in the full connection TCP, it's not going to happen over here. Over here the third step will be the rest package. Instead of the TCP finish scan, it's going to terminate the scan, because now the scan has been acknowledged that there are open ports, and once they are successfully connected with this open ports, they are going to terminate the scan with the with the fin flag and the rest flag. So that's the reason this is known as the steelhead scan, and in this scan the any connection is not going to complete. Okay, now let's talk about the UDP scan as well. So one of the basic scan is the UDP scan. So now over here we are not only checking for the basic UDP scan, we are checking for the versions of the services running on that. Okay, so now in this scenario we are able to see the open UDP ports with its services and the respective version the services are going to use. Now till UDP is scanning with this version, let's see some other additional flags. Okay, now over here if you can see, I am specifying T4. Now what is this T4? This is for timing. Okay, so what you can do, sometimes it's happened that in the very long or the very vast network is not able to get you the scan as early as possible. Okay, because it's scanning the entire network. So for that what you can do, you can use the timing flag. Now over here I am specifying T4. So what's going to happen? It's going to give me the connection, whether it's open, close, or the IP or the host is not active or alive right now within this particular time span. So what's going to happen? My scanning period will or my timing is going to save over here. So I don't have to wait for the prolonged period. Now if you can see, I got the fastest scan of the TCP as well as the UDP. Okay, now let's see. Okay, the version is still taking few more minutes. Let's check again whether we are getting this particular scan as fast as possible or not by using the timing scan with the versions itself. Now if you can see over here, we got the UDP output, that is 3 UDP ports are open. The very first is RPC bind, second is the net BIOS, that is your network basic input output setup, and the third is the NFS, that is network file servers. Okay, so we got the 3 UDP ports open. Over here if you can see, for version we are trying with respect to version, so it's taking a prolonged period, but when we are talking about only the simple UDP scan, we got the output as fast as possible. Now let's see the same way. So over here when you are trying for the version, we got the output as fast as we get the output for the UDP scan. Why? Because we are specifying the timing flag, so it save our time. So thank you so much. That's it's for the basics.